Casino. On the road again. I just can't wait to get on the road again. Now, let's talk about being on the road again. What that details. The Dalai Lama shown in the video having kids kissing boys too. On the mouth, and then he sticks his tongue out and tells the kid to suck his tongue. And they said, oh, he's just being playful. That's the Dalai Lama. Who in the hell is the Dalai Lama? Who is he? That you could play with somebody's child like that. See, this is people's fault. I ain't mad at the Dalai Lama. The Dalai Lama is doing his sick, weird thing that he's been doing for centuries. That behavior, have you noticed they always put these certain people, like who elected them? Like, I gotta go see the Dalai Lama and get spiritual advice. That dude looked like a fruitcake, and looked like a fruitcake ever since I first saw him. The Dalai Lama. He's the Dalai Lama. I was like, what the hell does that mean? He's on a llama? I don't give a damn. I don't need his advice. I don't need nothing from the damn Dalai Lama. Y'all put these people on pedestals and make them bigger than what they are. And when these type of sick things like this start happening live in front of your eyes and people see it for the first time and it start blowing their mind, what about what they've been doing? I don't trust a Chip Tutu. He probably, in my opinion, he probably wearing a tutu. I don't trust none of them. All of these so-called leaders they put in there. Who elected them to be leaders? Who elected them? I didn't elect none of them. Did you? I didn't elect none of them. They gave us Osama, Obama, and the Dalai Lama. And none of them got no approval from my mama. No, I'm trying to tell you. Hell no, they ain't gonna push this video. It said Dalai Lama in the title. So you know what time it is. Soon as it said Dalai Lama, you knew what game they was playing. Straight like that. Then it's gonna get even worse for you. Everybody out there in the world is the reason that this is happening. They put these people on pedestal. How many people you know in your area talk about the Dalai Lama? That's in a whole other country where they worship and put these people on pedestals and treat them like they gods. That is a man. Okay? If I see the Dalai Lama, I'm gonna put my foot in boots to work. They're gonna be, you really need help from the Dalai Lama? Yeah, I'm gonna get a Dalai Lama some help. Right now. Bip, bip, bip. Yeah. But that's, like I said, it's people's fault. It ain't even the Dalai Lama fault. People, it's their fault. They are the ones that create these narratives, these false situations for people to follow. Making them all important. Oh, the Pope! The Pope? Who said anything about a Pope? I beat somebody to a Pope. I ain't finna put nobody in charge of me. You will not be elected to have that power over me. I don't consent that. You just the Pope. Nope. I'm just saying if that's y'all thing. If y'all want to put a man on a pedestal who you think finna get you to heaven, then that's your belief. But it's weird to me that all of these situations I've seen happen with all of these different situations that applied across the United States of America. There are thousands of young boys who have been improperly violated by the Catholic Church. Documented. There's enough cases to make you sick to your stomach, and it is all covered up, and none of them went to jail because they're protected by the Catholic Church, which supersedes the jail system. Welcome to One Crack News. Now, when is the news or people real gonna talk about that? Tell them what's really going on. Why is it always young boys? Why is it always this group? And they still in business. If you'd have did this one time at Chuck E. Cheese, you would have never been able to come around within feet of another child. They let a doggone priest go on a whole spree before they said, well, you know, we need to recorrect him. That's what they say. We got to correct them. Well, when you don't believe in what somebody else believes, they get mad. They want to come after you. But it's funny to me and weird to me that they okay, right? Those are just a couple of bad apples, right? That's what they gonna tell us. Just a couple of bad apples. It's not a big deal. Just some bad apples. Ain't that interesting? A couple of bad apples in the bunch. That's all it is. Just a few rotten apples. But it's always them for the same thing. Then they're not allowed to have a woman. Where'd that come from? To me, it's like, that makes no sense. That makes no sense. Why would God want them not to reproduce? When did he say that? And what the heck is a nun? Can somebody tell me when they actually said there was a nun ever in the Bible? Or any other religious text? Buddy, I'm giving you the info here like this is Patreon. You getting a preview of what the Patreon is like. Because I'm telling you, do you think that this was their idea? This was the direction they wanted to go in? Because if you thinking that there's another way out, oh, it isn't. I'll tell you that. I'll be the first to tell you that.
Hey, try our chicken craving cheese mountain pizza. Cheese mountain. Take it back at home. Or we got one already cooked for you. See it inside.
Oh no, it's probably the same troll. Skittles crew. But that's what they do. All day. 24/7. They don't close. No. So why would the Dalai Lama situation shock me? Stop trusting leaders. No one elected him. If no one elected you, why in the world is somebody calling you a leader? Who made that decision? I'm just saying, the Israelites, the Moors, the peaceful people of this nation is looked at as the most violent. They represent so much anger and tyranny. Oh, really? Do you want to know what the Holy Crusades was about? Do you want to know what your side did? We've never done anything like that. But why are the Moors or Israelites looked upon as the enemies and the villains, while everyone else, they're the good guys? They're the good guys. Let that sink in. They're the good guys. I know, it's remarkable. I know. Everybody has a different approach. I don't feel a certain way like a lot of other people feel. My thoughts are more direct. I ask the questions that people should think about and research on their own. They use religion and speak about God when man made changes with God's law with religions. So I am a child and a man of God, the Elohim, the Creator. The one who goes by the name of I Am. I'm a child of Him, not a child of religion. Israelite is just an identity of the land, the name, the blood sake, everything. Because that's what they unite with and they connect with. Israel, the house of El. Israelite deals in three. Following behind the laws of the Lord. The Dalai Lama just got comfortable. The Dalai Lama, ain't nothing gonna happen to him even now. They got people coming out apologizing for him. Oh no, you people, he's not even thinking that way. He just jokes. That's a joke. First off, my kid won't be nowhere near no Dalai Lama, his mama, Osama, or Obama. None of them. Well, you gotta understand something. People put themselves in a position to do what? To learn? No, they want to be led. They want somebody to have all the answers and then they just follow them around. And that's how people like the Dalai Lama, Jimmy Swaggart, all these pastors, and they keep coming in there and getting you your money from under your couch, your pennies that you saved up, and they put them in their pocket. And they put their hands on you, and they close their eyes and try to make it look like they are connected with the Lord. And you don't know what these people raising. These people eyeballing your children, doing all kind of silliness. And you would know all these things is happening, and you would turn a blind eye to them and send your kids to them. Now, how confused they gonna be, your boys are, you keep sending them there, knowing all these things are going on around the world and in there, and you still send them, you still show up. I'm telling you, if this was Chuck E. Cheese and one of the kids in there was touched by somebody in Chuck E. Cheese gonna be shut down. Ain't nobody finna keep going to Chuck E. Cheese. But if I told you how many cases there was in the United States of America, that's not even worldwide. This is just the United States of America. They have paid out billions. The Catholic Church has paid out billions to settle these claims and keep people quiet. Billions. But it doesn't matter because they make trillions a year. They are above the law. Not one of them sit in prison. You cannot send one of them to prison. They go in for recorrection. You need to go back in for recorrection. Recorrection. That's what jail is for. Oh, he gonna get recorrected, all right. See, allow me to speak for a second. Now, all of these people who are the biggest Catholic people in the world, who are they? The Latin race, Latinos, and now the Philippines. This was not their religion. There was a war. Hundreds of thousands were slaughtered. The Philippines was decimated. They fought and went to war to keep their religion. Then the United States came, helped them fight the war, and then they thought they were allies, and the United States saw that the Philippines was weak and went right to war with them in the 1900s, the early years of the 1900s, and they was decimated from the war. They were going to war with the United States. They had already lost half their population damn near, and they lost the other half. Fighting for what? Not to accept their religion. Maximilian conquered Mexico. And the Spaniards brought in Catholic beliefs and all your Aztec, Mitex religion was thrown in the sea, buried underground, and you forced to follow a new God. These were the Holy Crusades. So no longer do you know anything, because the only thing that was known was destroyed. And anybody who knew of the old religion was destroyed. So now, only thing you have left is to believe. Believe us. Believe what we're telling you. Believe this. Believe that. Believe in the Dalai Lama. Believe, believe, believe. And why do you have to believe now? Because you have the absence of knowing. Because if you knew, you wouldn't have to go this route. Like, if I know who won the game, you can't convince me another team won it. I'll be like, I saw the game. I won the game. No. What you saw was an illusion. They didn't really win the game. No, like, dog, I was there. I saw it. I know what happened. No one can fool or trick you because you already know. You've seen it. So how could they fool you? Don't worry, outlaw, that food gone. Oh, my eyes on the road. Now, where were we? I know where we were. Yeah, we're about this situation about believing. So while they want people to believe in the Dalai Lama and believe that these men is on the up and up, and they send their children up there, that's people's fault. That's the parents' fault. They're blinded by someone's station. That's a man. No matter what, he's a man. And I'm not going to trust another man with my child if I don't trust that man. I have to fully trust that man to protect my child as I would. And would know, that man would have to know I would kill him where he stands. If any harm was to come to my child by his hands. In a way that I felt was like what the Dalai Lama did. If the Dalai Lama, if some man did that to my child and tell my child that, the Dalai Lama, Obama, no matter who they are, they mama, all of them, they going to lay down. Lay down. Well, Brooke Shields was basically put on a display at a very young age. She was a model. Her mom basically threw her out there. I ain't even seen the documentary, but I know a lot about Brooke Shields' life. She had a stalker, damn near killer. So everybody wants to be a hero. And everybody want to be a look at me type person till they ain't here no more. Then it ain't nothing to look at no more. But before that, everybody's a look at me person. Look at me, look at me, look at me. Look at my hands. Hey, look at me. Pay attention. I'm cool. I'm about five miles from my house. Five miles ain't long. You can have an accident. I ain't tired like I was the other day. I was up for like 28 hours. I had slept 1 hour and was up for like 27 hours. I was like, I gotta get some sleep. What messed me up is that I had to do Kwame Brown's Patreon because he was having trouble setting it up. So I got out of the bed to help him set up the Patreon. Like, all right, let me get out of bed. I was just finna lay it down. So I helped him get the Patreon running. Once I got the Patreon running, next thing you know, I'm on the Patreon. That wasn't supposed to happen. So, so now we ended up, that Patreon lasted for 2-3 hours. So now the 2-3 hours go past. I can't go to sleep because I got to go to the Pistons Bulls game. I go to the Pistons versus the Bulls with my homeboy. So now I watch that. So, okay, the game was at noon. So at 2:30 in the afternoon, I'm done. I'm supposed to be like, we done. I'll get back to the crib. Now I'm supposed to get some sleep. I don't get to sleep. I come back, I start grinding. I'm doing my work, Patreon, YouTube. Doing some stuff I gotta do tax-wise, going over some errors. And next thing you know, I'm up. I can't sleep. My body don't want to go to sleep now. So I'm thinking, all right, sleep gonna hit me in a minute. We gonna be good. I'm up all night. Till like 4 in the morning the next day. So I was exhausted. So when y'all saw me that time and I was in there in the car, that one time, that one was scary because that was touch and go. That was a touch and go moment. That was on Screen Fame. Man, I was dozing all ready to go into the abyss. Now I'm gonna go home, take a shower, relax, get all this filth of the day off my body, and get to work. Oh yeah, I finally won. Remember the Dodgers cost me yesterday? The Dodgers came through today. They got my money today. They costed me $1,700. They only brought in $800 today. I was mad as hell. That's a good hit off $40. No, I didn't hear. I heard some of what Gil was saying, but I had to go back and listen to it. I heard he was responding back to the video I made. Some of it, but we'll see. We gon' see. Oh, the Thunder +7, man. The Bulls screwed me up royally, man. The damn, I want to kick the Raptors' ass. I want to go to Toronto and start just booting people upside the head. We would have had the Bulls up out of here. Their season would have been over. I wouldn't have to listen to this nonsense no more. Well, of course he's sad and miserable. He ain't got nothing else to do. That's why they trolls. They don't have friends. They don't have nothing to do. They don't have, like, a life. Yeah, I'm going to go in there and get my bets ready. Baseball's killing them with baseball. That's one thing I do know is my baseball, boy. That's baseball been hot. Hot to try. A lot of these baseball games, when you see the runs at like 10.5, bet them. Bet the over. Bet the over. Trust me. That's why I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all gotta trust me, man. They have improved the same thing with hockey, the same thing they did with baseball. Now that this fantasy and you could bet on goals, everything gotta be more scoring. Across the board in every sport. You never used to see hockey games like a 7 to 8 hockey game. Hockey used to be 2-1. 3-1, that's that. Now you seeing these scores that don't make no sense. Baseball games 14-9, 17-6. You be like, the hell? Is this an NFL game? Baseball? Well, people forget how to pitch? Like, I don't get it. And the reason you don't get it is because this is what they don't want you to get. So the chances are for you hitting that over is going to be greater. People will be like, no, that game going to be under. That's too many points. Hell to the no. Damn near every game went over today. I don't think it was a game that was low under 8.5. I've been crushing the over on all the games. I had the Cubs game the other night. Cubs had the runs by themselves. 10.5, the Cubs put up 14 by themselves. And I'm like, these the Cubs. We don't score runs. I'm like, wait a minute, what we doing scoring runs? We the damn Cubs. Would I bet on wrestling? Buddy, if I can get a wrestling bet in my parlay, believe me, my bets don't do it. That's some FanDuel stuff, and I never get the breaks I want. UFC is my wrestling. I can pick UFC like the back of my hand. Minnesota by 4.5 over the Thunder. Shoot. The way Minnesota played, I wouldn't pick their ass. They deserve to go home. Once they found out Zion wasn't going to be ready for the playoffs, they said, all right, they got to go. I'm like, you kick the Mavs out. And put them in the play-in. And the Mavs said, oh, yeah? Nah, we'll sit it out. No, thank you. And they was like, you guys are going in. You and the Lakers. Y'all are going to be in the playoffs. Nah, no, thank you. That was the plan. The plan was Denver was supposed to play the Mavs in the first round. That was the NBA's plan. And they were going to have the Denver Nuggets get put out by Luka and the Mavs. Or have it go 7 games and see what happens. And either which way it go, Luka or Jokic, one of them was going to be out. But you know what that was. They was going to have Kyrie and them lose in the first round and blame Kyrie Irving. As Jokic and all them guys, they dominate. Luka's going to be out of there first round, right? They screwed the whole plan up. They didn't win the game. They were up 15 and they just tanked. Oh, yeah, Edwards, he's due. He better snap this next game. Ain't no real pressure now. But OKC ain't no pushover. Giddey, that's one thing about Giddey that I give him more than any of these other guys. Giddey will actually rebound. Giddey is actually going to compete. Giddey is actually going to get out there and mix it up. And I'm back. I told y'all. I was 5 miles away. 5 miles ain't that long. Nah, I stopped watching Undisputed after that DeMar Hamlin thing. What happened on the show? I don't know what my housekeeper didn't do. I was gone. Okay, we good. She got to do a little better job there. She got to take this stuff out of here. I'll tell her about that later. I want her to get this stuff out of here. She fixed this floor situation, right? Okay. Yeah, now that's what I like. Oh, the Mandalorian. I didn't check out though. I ain't finished it. Oh, that's me. The Dalai Lama apologized for confusion of his actions. That's right. He apologized for it.
We hope you enjoy this clip.
He went 3 hours. He got a 2-hour live stream. 2 hours live stream and only got 3,000 views. Ooh. Well, good luck. Good luck with you, buddy. Let me see what this loser did. Mm-mm-mm.
You gonna see?
Oh, they sent another troll in named Raggedy Ann. This boy brings his daughter into the room. She visiting the house, the one he got finessed for. But that's sad. She wants some attention from her father, and she can't even get it. Because you rather sit there and talk about Kwame Brown all day. This is sad. She trying to play. Hopefully her dad would come and play with her. Mm-mm-mm. They put you to work tonight, Outlaw. I don't see anything he talking about.
With a no questioning policy. See,
He don't know what to say. Is this what he's supposed to be talking about me? I am not seeing it, fellas. This is nuts. This whole thing is nuts. Not making no sense. One more again. Let me listen to what he's saying.
I made $17 million now. So now Carcino wanted to tell the story. I don't know if he listen. I don't know if he don't know how to read Zoom's hard. Like, I don't like it. Clearly says I sued.
We read the whole damn thing that you talked about. What you mean? I don't
Right,
know.
so it was this really expensive car. So I had this Maybach that I had leased. February, you can see the date, February 15, 2017. So this year I still made $1,700. So what ended up happening is he bought the car from me. I paid the difference, so I wrote the check of what I would have if I gave it back to the dealership. Because what happened was, this was probably a 2016.
2016.
So This was the first 2016 Mercedes Maybach, and then the 2018 was coming out. So I wanted to trade up. So I don't buy cars because I like to trade them in, get the newest style. I don't want to buy a 2018.
So you leasing it?
2019 pop out, 2 months later, and my shit look old. So I just want to be able to, So this was the 2016, and 2018 was getting.
But you got $17 million. Why are you taking a loan?
This company was giving me more than Benz was, so I sold it to an outside company. So you can just, you can read it here. Well, so it says paid exotic car, so I paid him $11,000. So he took over the car note, and what happened is like 3 or 4 months later, my credit score was dropping, and realized this some bitch didn't pay no bills. So what he did is he took the car, and then he leased it to someone else, and them motherfuckers was riding around in it. So I had to sue him for the car back, and that's where this is. I had to sue him for the car back because he wasn't paying the car note.
Wow. Why do you need him to pay your car note? You had to pay the car note to Wells Fargo. See, when you lie, you lie.
And if you look up exotic...
No. It ain't about no exotic cars. It's about Wells Fargo. That's who gave you a loan for $100,000, Mr. $17 million man. You said you got $17 million. You can't buy a car for $100,000? You gonna rather pay the interest and lease? You can still trade that in for an upgrade and get any new car. Duh. Why are you dealing with financing? Talking about notes. Well, I'm about titles and deeds. You about mortgages and notes. So I guess that's where we differ. Yeah, you lying. Right. If you got that kind of money, what you doing on YouTube? You see Michael Jordan on YouTube? You see LeBron on YouTube? Why? They got money. What $100 million man you see hanging around on YouTube?
Think about it. If it's on the internet, that means I've already went through it. Who the fuck are you? Fucking clown. Now, I want to remind you guys. Look at Sugar Brown. What I'm going to turn into on you is going to be a whole another type of villain. So I want to remind you of your last villain, so you can see what's coming.
Oh my God, this boy is so pathetic. He want attention and love so bad. Too bad I don't get it. But anyway, I'm finna go take a shower, get all this filter off me. I'm just glad to be home. My house is clean. Let me relax, get stuff set up for tomorrow, and man, I messed my shoulder up. I slept on it wrong one day and just screwed up my shoulder. I'm gonna have to go see my masseuse. All right, I'm out.